Ooby-doo, it's everyone's favorite boomer and vintage lens enthusiast. Today we're going to briefly discuss the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. It's a subcompact mirrorless camera. It's really nice, takes good pictures. It's a little small for my big American sausage fingers. Sometimes I'm handling it, I'll accidentally hit a button I don't intend to. But otherwise, it's a nice camera. It's lightweight, has a built-in flash, articulated screen. The purpose of this video is twofold. This brief introduction is for photo freaks, so I'll briefly describe what equipment I used. And then it's also for gearheads because I took this rig to the Rumbling Springs, Bubbling Springs car show at West Milford. And after this brief introduction, there'll be a slideshow of the cars that I saw there. And then after that, there's going to be a series of brief video clips of the cars rumbling in. So what lens I use? I use the Canon zoom lens FD 28 to 50mm f3.5. It's on a photodiox adapter, a dumb adapter, of course. I shot almost exclusively at f11, because it was a bright sunny day. And then I let the camera pick the shutter speed, and it worked out really well. This way I got a lot of depth of field. This is like a hyperfocal distance. I did focus on a lot of them, but then what I would do is I would focus at 50mm, and then I would zoom out. You would get more depth of field. Now, you'll be able to tell generally when I use 50mm and when I use 28mm, because you'll get a wide field of view at 28mm, and you'll get a more narrow field of view at 50. I didn't keep track, so I couldn't put it on each picture. So it's a really excellent camera. I like it. I think it's going to be one of those like Canon collectibles that's going to be worth more than its issue price, because it's discontinued. They discontinued the whole M series, and they dumped everything into the R series of mirrorless cameras. But at any rate, it took some really great pictures. It's a great match combination of this lens with this camera. The lens is super sharp throughout its range. It's got bright, vibrant colors. It's got excellent control of glare, because I shot a lot of glinting chrome, and there's no flare balls. There's some slight flaring. You would expect that. This is an old lens. This lens is last made in the 80s, and or maybe earlier. I highly recommend it. But let's jump into the slideshow and check that out. I call it Rumbling Springs, even though it's at Bubbling Springs. But it's like a play on words. It's rolling, rumbling, rolling. And these are some of the cars as they pulled in. But then I switched to video real quick. And this guy with the yellow coupe, oh man, he's all chromed out and everything. I see him on a lot of different shows. Check out this lens. This is a Canon FD 28 to 50mm f3.5 shot at f11. It's a great lens. It's a fantastic lens. If you could get one, get one. This guy had skull accents on the front of his Roadster. It's a really cool car. Man, it was powerful. You could hear the noises as it cruised by. You know, the entrance is off the main road, and I was the only one standing there. You'd think there'd be all sorts of other people standing there watching the cars pull in. But no one's there. Whenever a show starts, I always get there an hour early so I can watch the cars cruise in. You know, rumbling by, all that leaded power and exhaust fumes, like in the olden days. It was a small show, and there was enough cars to be a car show, but it was close to my home. It was like a 10-minute drive to get there. So of course I went. It used to be at the church, and then this year they moved it to Bubbling Springs, but I call it Rumbling Springs. And there's some really, really nice cars there. There's nothing like a deep mirror finish on a car where you could see the reflection of the car two cars away from it. And then the chrome, oh my God, the chrome. I can't believe the chrome. Wow. And check this out. I focused on the bumper, and it's this way there's some texture in the chrome, and it makes it look all psychedelic and everything. Yeah, violent behavior, yeah. The villain, some sort of Chevy. I don't know what that on-off switch thing was. Violent behavior. Wow. But everyone was chill there, you know. People all have to have a gimmick. This lady had a golden skeleton in her car. Check out these engines. Everything's all chromed and cleaned and perfect. And the thing now is you match your ignition wires to the color of your car. I mean, these cars, they're old. They got to be like 50, 60 years old. And they're immaculate. This is a close-up, a crop zoom close-up. Wow. Chevy Impala SS. I remember when there were millions of these on the road. Everyone had one. Now you only see them at car shows. This is looking down the row. You know, it's I can only stay for 2 hours, so I wasn't there all day. But it was nice. I like it. It's a nice small show, very intimate, close by. Yellow's a big color now. I see yellow, white, red. Primary colors too. There's a couple of vets there. It's not a car show unless there's some vets there, right? Chevrolet Corvette. These cars are immaculate. I don't know where they find them or where they keep them, but, you know, they're clean and almost perfect. Now check out the glinty glare from, you know, this chrome, how this lens handled the flare so excellently. Here's some detail of that vet, the side panels. American styling in the 60s was something else. There is room for some more cars, but they could have came later. Like I said, I was only there for 2 hours. And here's another prop for somebody. He's got the Wile E. Coyote, I guess. Here's a Harley Davidson trike. Wow, if I had money, I'd get one of those, but I ain't got no money. Yeah, these old Mustangs, they used to be on the road all the time too. Everyone had one. Now you never see them. I had an old BMW 535i, but it was too expensive to maintain. You know, a lot of parts were dealer only, and they were just jazzing you for them. These old trucks, people take these old trucks and spiffy them out. Look at his chrome bumper. Look at that. That's amazing. I mean, super chrome. I mean, it's just psychedelic looking. Here's another shot at the bumper. Wow. Trippy stuff. Of course, I own a Corolla and a Yaris. They're all plastic. When I was a kid, there's still cars like this around. I mean, cars on the road that people had bought new when they were old then. Look how Spartan the dash is. Just enough so you can drive the car, nothing else. No infotainment system. Scatback, but it's a B or something. I don't understand what that is. You know, I used to know cars when I was a kid, but they're mostly American cars. And then all of a sudden, in the 70s, all the foreign cars came in, and the designs changed. And then I recognize vet. You could show me this part of a car, and I say, "Oh, that's a vet," you know. I mean, this is definitely the front of a Dodge, but it looks like these grills were interchangeable with other models and makes, I think. Like they bought them from some factory and just incorporated them into their cars or trucks. Like this guy, he's a work in progress. I think he's still fixing his truck up. So he's got some good chrome bumper work there. This is an accent on his side. I guess he's going to give it a paint job soon. This is looking from the back to the front of the same truck. All right, next is coming the video clips of the cars rumbling in.
Okay, I just need a name, phone number, and email address. Okay. All right.